Hello, welcome to Ingenious Genealogy. Now this is kind of an optional extra because this is looking at, I mentioned in the last video about what are your aims, what are your reasons. From these pictures there's only one or two of them in existence, maybe even just one copy. What this does, what this project, my project does, is it shares them. It shares them with people, and I have, for example, on Google, I bulk upload all the pictures on there, organised by ancestor or by couple or family, and I share them. And I share them with anyone who's got an email address. People who don't have them, I'm happy to print off photo books. I've done photo books for myself, so I've got hard copies, and they're shared away as well. So it's about making sure that whereas there was one or two copies before that were hoarded, this project of mine at least means that everyone who's related to that person gets a copy, gets to have that collection, whilst letting the original owner of the original pictures keep them, without them having to keep sharing them around and worrying about getting them back. Which brings me on to the topic of this video, which is that you will find that you've got lots of pictures of your own, maybe your parents or siblings or grandparents if they have pictures might have a collection as well, so you can borrow their boxes, borrow their albums, and don't forget the pictures in frames around the house as well. They're really important to scan, especially because they're the ones that get exposed to light, more likely to be damaged. So obviously there's people close to you who you're going to want to get pictures from. However, the big thing with those is that they're the pictures you're most likely to have already seen. Widen your search. Find out about, ask people, you haven't got any pictures, have you? And be upfront. Don't use anyone. You don't need to use anyone, but be upfront. Say, I want to scan them all in. I want to make them, in my case, better quality. It might be that you just want to digitize them. Say, I want to be able to see them again. And I think it's important that if you have done this for yourself, it's so easy now with a click of a button to share things. So, do give them at least a CD-ROM with the pictures on. So be honest with them, be frank, and say, I want to scan these in. You'll get them straight back. Can I borrow them for a couple of weeks? How long do you think it will take you? A couple of weeks, a couple of months? You'll get them back. Have them round, or vice versa, whatever's easiest for them. And make it the springboard for something new in your relationship. Maybe you don't see them as much as you ought to or want to, and this is a way of keeping the contact. These pictures can open up those avenues, keep you in contact. There might be people that you maybe haven't spoken to in years that you decide to get in contact with, and again, use these pictures as an excuse to rebuild and to build on friendships, relationships, and use this. You share these people and these pictures in common. Use that. Ask to borrow them. Use that as a chance to see them. Hand them back. Use that as a chance. When the project's finished, give them a copy of it. Watch them together. Look through them in a book that you can put together. For the first time, have the pictures of different people all brought together. Have a party. Unveil the pictures together. Use this not just to future-proof the pictures and to forge a new future for those, but a new future for your family as well. And use this to strengthen the bonds in your families. These pictures bind you all together. Share them. Use that, and people will be much more happier to share them with you because they know that it's a big shared experience. A couple of rules I found from my own experience, this isn't always the case, but in my particular family, I found that my mum's family had lots of pictures of, and my dad's mum's pictures had lots of those as well, but we had less of my dad's side. Look at who lived closest or who inherited the house. A lot of times people would live in the same house when their parents passed away. They're more likely to have the pictures as well. So that's another way of doing it, reaching out, using kind of those rules. Basically looking at the pictures you've got the most of. You might still find new ones, you might still find gold there, but by the same merit, looking out for which areas of your family have you got gaps in, and then who might be able to fill in those gaps for you. Other thing as you go further back is websites like Family Search, which I'll do a lot more videos on later on when I'm talking about family history. That's a brilliant website. Family Search, Ancestry.com are websites where a big membership base, people upload pictures onto there. Have a look, get a subscription at Ancestry.com. Family Search is subscription free. Just have a look. Are there pictures on there that you could either save or just make a contact and request and just say, look, I've seen these pictures, could I save them, or have you got any others? And again, share with them, share back, keep those relationships going. So reach out. Another thing which I've done is to make the effort to find long lost relatives through websites like ancestry.com and Family Search. Make contact and be upfront. Say, I'm looking for photographs. Do you have any? I'm happy to share anything that I've got back. And I managed to locate a picture of both my great grandparents on one of my sides. What else? A great grandmother and a great grandfather's second wife. So you can see suddenly you're finding lots of images that you haven't found before, lots of material, just by extending, broadening your base. The last one is thinking about context. If your ancestors lived in a particular village or served in the military or on a specific ship in the Navy, find pictures of the village or that ship that are contemporary to your ancestors. Might not feature them in there, but it gives you context. You can have those images in your collection and refer to them. Well, that was the ship that this person lived on. They saw this site every day. This was the village church where this person lived. They went there every week, and it gives you context. Another thing around that is think about what your ancestors did for a living. One of my ancestors ran a post office, and I managed to find an image of that post office contemporary to when she was running it. So again, I've got a picture from over 100 years ago, and it's of where my ancestors worked. In addition, local history groups might have pictures which, lo and behold, might have an image of your ancestor in there. It could be that it's clear as day and you can see them in there, or it could just be that it's actually labelled on there. Maybe a local football team, local Salvation Army band, local hockey group, something like that, and there's a picture with their names on it. So do definitely extend your search, see what material you can find, and then use that to then go on to the next stage, which is to start to sift through that material, adding all your scans together, bringing them together, and in future videos I'll show you how to organise, remaster, restore, and in some cases even colorise that material. If you want to find out more about this process, don't forget to click subscribe for future videos on photo restoration and genealogy. Bye for now.